Hi, it's Andy. We're here with Chuck Hawkins. He's a fire captain and crew chief. He's going to talk to us all about what it takes to become a crew chief and a fire captain for Orange County Fire, and we're starting right now.
Again, my name's Chuck Hawkins. I'm a fire captain and a crew chief for the air operations section here at the Orange County Fire Authority. I would say my job primarily on the helicopter would be to be part of the crew on rescue missions and during aerial firefighting. We also do different kinds of technical rescue or swift water, and my job ultimately is to manage the back of the aircraft. The pilot would fly the aircraft and manage the front of the aircraft. When we're not flying missions, it would be just to provide the crew with really anything that they need. I would say the two most common missions that we do are rescue and firefighting. On a firefighting mission, I would ride in the front of the helicopter next to the pilot and help the pilot with navigation and maps. Also help the pilot with tactics with regards to water dropping, communicate with ground crews where we can be best utilized as an aerial asset, and then coordinate the ground functions as well, our fuel, and setting up sites for us to get water for water dropping. On a rescue mission, I'd actually set up in the back of the aircraft and I'm tethered to the helicopter itself. I would lower Mike, the rescue medic, on the hoist. I operate the hoist and lower him onto the ground so that he can make patient contact. Once he's done that and package the patient, I would be the one that operates the hoist to get the patient back into the helicopter. In terms of basic education, all of us are firefighters, and so we've been to a fire academy and through EMT school. Those are the basic requirements. Beyond that, we do have requirements to have experience and education in technical rescue, whether it's rope rescue or swiftwater rescue. We are required to take basic aviation courses. They're called S courses. S270 and 271 is basic air operations and helicopter crew member. And then above and beyond that, we take courses that are specific to being a helicopter manager, which is essentially what we're doing in our jurisdiction, is managing our crew and our machine. Beyond that, as a crew chief in the fire authority, we have to be captain. So you have to promote to the rank of captain before you're eligible to be a crew chief. And you have to have 3 years of experience with our organization before you can accept this position. I would say that most people haven't heard of helicopter crew chief as a profession. And so in talking with my family, they know what I do, but most people I don't think do know what we do, as crew chiefs. A lot of people, I think, believe that we're constantly running calls, that we're always out, doing rescues or fighting fires, either in our own jurisdiction or in neighboring jurisdictions. But I would say that there's more downtime, as in not running incidents. And in that downtime, there's a lot of administrative duties that we're responsible for, a lot of computer time in the way of logging our training and our documents for just general helicopter administrative duties. We also have to train a lot, and that happens sometimes at the station. It happens sometimes out in our jurisdiction, in our area, on specific evolution. So I would say the bulk of what we do is preparing for incidents or preparing for response, whereas I think the public sees us in the air and out, on the news and that kind of thing. That's more of a smaller percentage of the time. I think that somebody who is well suited for this position is somebody who's organized and a problem solver. A lot of times the things that we train to do aren't exactly what you find in the field, and you have to have the ability to shift gears and come up with a safe plan to execute whatever mission we're doing. And certainly being organized is essential in terms of managing a crew or managing assets on the ground, radio communications, navigation on an iPad, multiple different radios in the aircraft. There's actually 8 different frequencies that we are meant to be monitoring all at once. So being able to choose, which task to do at which time really helps. An organization helps with that. I feel like somebody who isn't detail-oriented and somebody who isn't a team player and also somebody who isn't super into physical fitness maybe wouldn't be well suited for this. It's extremely physically demanding, moving around the helicopter, pulling 200, 220-pound patients from outside the helicopter, inside the helicopter, lowering 1 or 2 people to the ground. So physical fitness is huge too. In terms of salary, I believe our recruits start off in the $40,000 to $60,000 a year range. From there, if you become a paramedic, certainly your pay goes up probably to the $80,000 to $100,000 range. That's with the additional education and training. If you elect to be an engineer, you would probably be in that $100,000 to $110,000 range. I believe a fire captain starts at about $120,000 a year, tops out at about $140,000 a year. And then if you happen to be in air operations, you might be eligible for like a 5% bonus on top of that as a crew chief. I would say if you're considering getting into this career, it's the most rewarding thing that I've ever done in my life. I feel like I've had some awesome experiences through the fire department, and I feel like air operations is even a whole other level above that. If you do choose to be involved in any kind of air operations, I would say be prepared to bring your best every single day and check your ego at the door, because every single call that you run is going to remind you exactly what you don't know.